We recently got early access for Modern Warfare 3 Campaign, and as a whole, the reception isn't looking too good right now. It seems that Sledgehammer might have swung and missed with this one. Let's go a little more in depth about it. So on November 2nd, Sledgehammer releases early access for Modern Warfare 3 to the public at 10 p.m. And man, by about 2 a.m. that morning, people are already finished with the campaign, man. It was super short. Like, this is a big elephant in the room. This is the thing that everybody is very angry about. Is there more to complain about besides the playtime? Yeah, there definitely is. This kind of seems pretty unacceptable. I know to most people it seems that the campaign mode is kind of a secondary thought. In actuality, a lot of people like to play the campaign. They like to continue on with the story with, regardless if it's the actual Modern Warfare team or if you just get like a little one-off like Vanguard. People do like to be invested in the campaign and sometimes like to play as the operators in the multiplayer. So this was pretty much the biggest letdown of the whole early release campaign. Like,
This trip is turning into a big letdown.
this is more of akin to a DLC than an actual whole game. This needs to be two separate games. Like, you have multiplayer and you have the campaign. They both need to fill a hole if you want to have a pretty much a complete experience when playing a video game. And Modern Warfare 3 didn't really live up to that expectation. So let's go dive into the story just a little bit. Spoiler warning ahead. I will mark the time right now, and then you can skip ahead to a little bit more, and I'll go more kind of overview of unspoiler warning type of deal. But for right now, spoiler warning. In the end of Modern Warfare 2, Vladimir Markov is seen kind of to be the next villain, and this is a continuation of it. Markov's locked up in the Gulag. One of his PMC, which is private military companies, free him. Markov, basically after being freed, goes to work right away. Terror shenanigans, you know what the deal is. It's Call of Duty.
Каждый несет ответственности
Uh-oh.
за свои ошибки.
Ooh. Oh!
Андрей,
It's been this way since I was like 19, and I'm old. Anyways, Task Force 141, is set in to stop them. You get help from other people like Farah, and Shadow Company's back. They have a little mini storyline in it. Nothing really too much happens. Like, Markov doesn't really get killed. Like, we stop him, but he doesn't get killed. General Shepard makes an appearance. Like, the Riesly rat he is, he's General Shepard. Like, he sucks, and he's gonna suck through the rest of this whole entire game. And then at the end, there's a big reveal, and this is where the spoiler comes in. You're kind of doing a mission where you're trying to stop these chemical warheads from going off in the bridge that connects Britain to France, and you end up stopping them. Right before you stop them, the warheads going off, Markov goes heads and kills Soap, which was a big reveal. I mean, it happens. It's kind of crazy. I was pretty shocked about it. Anyways, you end up saving the day. There's a little mid-credit scene, and Price is pretty pissed off, and he ends up off in General Shepard, and that's Modern Warfare 3. Nothing really happens. A couple people die. Yeah, there's some cool moments in the game where, I really liked where you're playing as one of the members of Farhad's like resistance, and you're not actually a member of the resistance. You're just retired and you're on a plane. Markov's terrorism group, or PMC, is actually on the plane, and you actually get framed for it. I enjoyed those moments, actually. These are pretty much the only memorable moments in the whole game that I really thought was like, this is awesome. A lot of it was filler, and honestly, for a Call of Duty game that's 5 hours, you don't really need filler. Like, you can't afford to have filler. It needs to be like intensity, and it just wasn't that. At the end of the day, I'm kind of thinking to myself, should we really be mad at this? I mean, it's setting up for Modern Warfare 4 because Markov escapes. We don't apprehend him or nothing like that. We got a couple deaths on our hands. Nothing happens. So obviously there's going to be Modern Warfare 4. But what is like the standard for Call of Duty stories, right? Is it Black Ops 3? Is it Black Ops 2? Is it Call of Duty 4? I don't really know, especially in modern times. I think the last good story was actually like Modern Warfare 2019. I did enjoy Modern Warfare 2, but that seemed like it dragged a little bit. Vanguard had its moments, especially like Stalingrad was pretty good. I don't really think that Sledgehammer prioritized campaign. I think they're really super focused on multiplayer, and it shows, man, and it's kind of not cool. I don't really enjoy that. I think you need to appease a good majority of your fans. You know what I mean? There's a good majority that just like playing a campaign. They might dabble in multiplayer a little bit, but campaign is their big deal. At the end of the day, it seems that they're kind of just running out of ideas. That's why it seems like they're setting up for Modern Warfare 4. I don't think fans really enjoy playing things from the past, such as like World War II. I think the World War II burnt out. World War One games like Battlefield 1 was good, but like the weapons don't really translate. It feels like it's an alternate universe almost. And Cold War was okay. I don't know. I think if they need to move in a different direction, because probably Modern Warfare 4 is going to be the next game. I'm going to be honest with you. But they need to move in another direction. I think maybe just taking a page out of Battlefields, like kind of like Battlefield Hardline, where it's like cops and robbers, make it more domestic. Maybe shrink the scale down a little bit, but make it more intricate, you know what I mean? Make it really, really like street level. Maybe it goes high up into the cartels, but nothing where it's like, there's a nuke on the way, we gotta stop it. Like, it can't be that every time, or unless it kind of cheapens the experience. Another major issue people had with the game was warzonification of the campaign missions. And what do I mean by warzonification? I mean that there's a big sandbox and there's drop boxes, there's like loot boxes, not loot boxes, but weapon caches and, you know, things that you need to pick up, and you move to objectives and you get the objective done. And it looks like Warzone basically on the mini map. It looks like Warzone. The issue I have with it is that you cannot have this type of game for every freaking mission, man.
Damn it! Every freaking time!
Like 2 out of every 3 missions, it was one of these. And then you'd have like a linear mission, which I was like kind of relieved to have. And it was just like really short and not really too eventful. I didn't really enjoy that much. I mean, it was a refresher. I enjoyed that, but it wasn't anything cool like in like Modern Warfare 2 where you're upside down shooting the guns, or any like quick time actions where like buildings are falling down, and nothing like that. Just kind of like, hey, we're gonna go run through this thing and bang, 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 and that's about it. Not really enjoying that too much. I hope they kind of taper that down for the next game. Maybe just like 1 or 2, man. Not all of them. Just like 1 or 2. That's good enough. Closing thoughts on the game. It kind of just seems par for the course for Call of Duty campaign. Minus the length of it. The length of it is horrible. It should at least be like 10 hours. I'm not asking for like a 80-hour Call of Duty campaign, yada yada. Are they going to add more stuff? Maybe raids? Possibly. I don't know. But like, you shouldn't have to do a raid to get a complete experience. Like, if they capture Markov in a raid, I will be super upset, and that's not cool. The overall feel, it could have been a Modern Warfare 2 DLC. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Like, the length of it was just the big elephant in the room. There's not much more to say about that. Now, is this the future of Call of Duty games going forward? I hate to say it, but probably, yeah. I don't think it's gonna affect sales at all. Like, people are still pretty amped about this Modern Warfare 3. Call of Duty has been like the best selling game across all consoles and platforms. I think like maybe like a PC game like 1 year, and like PlayStation maybe had a game every once in a while, and then like Grand Theft Auto 5, like the release year, outsold Call of Duty. But besides that, like Call of Duty is like the top dog, and I don't really see that changing. If it didn't change with Vanguard coming out recently, or with things like Advanced Warfighter, it's not going to change anytime soon. So I don't expect it to change. Maybe it's just easier to make. Maybe they're just really committed to this 1 year every Call of Duty, and if you get a 10-hour campaign, cool. If you get a 5-hour campaign, cool, because we're going to buy it. There's no amount of like petitioning or anything like that. We're just going to buy it. Warzone is super popular still. It is what it is. It's kind of disappointing, but how much love can you really put into a game that's just like kind of the same game, at least campaign wise? Kind of getting that way multiplayer wise too, but campaign wise, like every game, like you can't really put too much love into it. I don't think these Call of Duties are like anyone's baby. I think they're kind of just like mandated, and you make an adequate story for the campaign, and that's it. So overall, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. I'm not gonna give it like IGN gave it like a 4. I don't think it's a 4. There's still meat on the bone for some people, and people like this stuff. And so, like, even though it's not like my personal cup of tea for a campaign, some people still do enjoy this stuff. So, 6 out of 10, man. Definitely could be better. The length needs to be changed, and the Warzone Vacation are the two things that stand out the most. More dynamic actions during like the actual gameplay, and yeah, that's about it, man. Maybe just a resolution at the end. That would be nice, please. All right, that's it. I'm Sleek Shadow. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe if you're into that. If not, I appreciate you for watching anyways. I hope you have a great night, a blessed morning, and peace.